keep my head down and I think of global warming.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another movie night. I'm Jackie, and today we are watching Ted Lasso Season 3, Episode 9. We only have 4 episodes left, and I'm not okay. I'm not okay. 4 episodes left of this entire series, and we have a lot to accomplish. There is a lot that has to happen because I would say in a 12-episode season, it would be Act 1 is the first 4 episodes, Act 2 is the second 4 episodes, Act 3 is the third 4 episodes, and this is Season 3 of a 3-season show, so we're kind of like in Act 3 of Act 3, if that makes any sense. I stand by the last episode was kind of about people having bad moments, but it doesn't make them a bad person. Like, that's kind of the theme that I took from the last episode. We all have issues with Jack, and I think we can all understand the issues with Jack, and I tried, kind of like with Shandy, to give Jack the benefit of the doubt, and I just wanted Keeley to be happy, and if Keeley was happy, that's fine, but Keeley is not happy anymore, so we don't stand by it anymore. But 100% Jack handled that situation wrong. I don't think it necessarily makes her a bad person. I think she's someone who grew up in a very, very specific kind of life. Growing up the daughter of a billionaire, she probably had a lot of expectation, a lot of pressures, a lot of stuff surrounding that position. And it doesn't make what she did right, but I don't think it makes her a bad person. So I'm curious if we see her again or if that's sort of going to be the end of it. Roy mishandling that situation, 100%. He should not have asked. I really like what you guys talked about his motives for asking, not just the sort of breakup jealousy, but also Roy has a lot of anger, and we've always known that, but you guys mentioned, and I kind of agree, that it reminded you of the Bernard thing with Phoebe. His immediate reaction when he found out that Phoebe was being bullied is, where is this kid? I'm going to go beat him up. And it made me think about what Nate said in season 1 about how Roy has all of this anger and it's always come out when he plays football. But what's going to happen if he just keeps it all for himself? And I feel like this has been a really interesting season of character exploration for Roy. Yes, character growth, but I think this has been a really fascinating exploration of his character and his own insecurities, his own belief about what he deserves, his abandoning things and people too soon. And I think what we saw in the last episode and kind of what we're seeing this season is that manifestation and the manifestation of kind of what Nate said of what happens when you keep all that anger for yourself. So that's a really interesting bit. There are some theories about Ted and Michelle. I don't know how I would feel about them getting back together. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely don't know. I think most of me doesn't like the idea because I think Ted deserves better, particularly after Michelle dated their therapist. Ethical problems abound. That is its own thing. Legally, we know there's a waiting period, but let's be real. Legal and ethical are not always the same thing. But it's an odd situation, and I personally think Ted deserves better. No matter what, I think Ted deserves better. I still don't ship him with Rebecca. I don't necessarily ship him with Sassy. But I think Ted deserves better, and I think we're probably going to leave this series open-ended if he's going to go home for his son. But I'm guessing it will be somewhat open-ended as to, does he get back with Michelle? Does he not? I don't know. I think it's going to be open-ended, but I think he deserves better, personally. Nate, we've had some growth, and then he reverted. We saw him twice starting to text what he wanted to say, and then going back to what he thinks is acceptable and what he should. So, again, it's there. Nate is there, and that growth is happening. It's just 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But I do actually like his relationship with Jade. I like that she pushes him to go for what he wants. And I think she understands that he needs a little prodding. He needs a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of support to get there. But I think she ultimately does understand who he is and who he can be. And I don't know. I enjoy their relationship. I think she's good for him. And Jamie, you iconic dum-dum. Oh my God. Jamie Tart is up there with Prince Zuko as far as like best character growth over a season. Just most incredible transformation. It made me so happy because it fits. I don't think it feels out of the blue. I really, really do think that we have seen so much growth with him throughout these few seasons, even though it's kind of been in the background. This season in particular, we've just watched him grow. We've watched the Lasso way, the Lasso effect, and the positive effect that it has on Jamie, the positive effect that Ted has, that Roy has, that Keeley has had, that the team has had. All of this that has allowed Jamie to grow has finally given him a safe space where he doesn't feel like he has to, I don't want to say live up to his father's expectations, but that's not the only thing he's living for anymore. So I loved so much seeing his growth, and I don't know, I needed to recap that and bask in the glory of it again, just bask in the beauty of Jamie Tartt's character growth, because it's beautiful, just beautiful. Anyway, I don't want to make too many predictions. I saw in the screen cap thing on Apple's home thing, Colin and Isaac, that is obviously a situation that we need to address. I stand by that. I think Isaac is more struggling with the fact that his friend didn't trust him and that he didn't know this huge thing about Colin their entire friendship. I don't think he's upset that Colin is gay. So whether it's just Colin and Isaac coming to terms with it, whether it's the whole team, I don't know. But I have thoroughly enjoyed Colin's story this season. I've loved getting to see more of him. We've seen more of Isaac in the past as he's sort of grown into being captain. But this is the season we get to see more of Colin. I'm loving his growth. His friendship with Trent Crimm is just one of the most beautiful things. Trent Crimm, independent. I am living for him. I am living for his character this season. And I am really excited to see where this final act of Ted Lasso goes. So, on that note, let's get into this. As always, please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this season, this series, your predictions for these last few episodes. Oh, and all of the above. I love it. I love hearing all your guys' thoughts, stories, and theories, so please keep sending them. Redder is better, so hit what may or may not be a big red subscribe button, depending on your browser. Check me out on Patreon for the full-length version of this reaction, as well as all of my other content, and Twitter and Instagram for other ways to follow. On that note, let's get into the episode. Sounds like an old Hollywood musical. What? Football is live! What? Have you guys seen those music makes a difference memes? That's how I feel right now. Oh my god. I don't know what this is, but this is fun.
I thought it was nuts to change our entire philosophy and style of play mid-season. But it's fucking great.
Yes!
Great job!
Woo! Hear that? Roy said y'all did a great job.
I love Beard's theatrics. God, he's the best.
Nice shot, mate.
Oh. Oh.
Just because they are dirty doesn't mean they don't deserve to have a friend.
After all, we're all mates with Rashad.
Oh!
Do you want to get a beer or something later?
No.
Isaac! Isaac! I'm choosing to believe that this is a misdirect. Isaac, I believe in you. Do the right thing. We're gonna give him the benefit if he needs some time to process, maybe. But
So, have you heard from Jack yet?
yay, they're together.
You know how you're never ever supposed to write another text to an unanswered text?
She did. How many? How many, Keeley?
Oh, so much blue.
Oh, sweetie. Sort of word vomit. I love their friendship so much.
When girl talk turns into girl
He
hug.
brought 2 things of biscuits.
Hey, boss, you mind if I skip the press conference today?
We could have Roy do it.
Could we?
I know he hates that stuff, but he's really good at it.
Is he?
Heartbroken, but still kicking butt.
I mean, I'm not heartbroken, it's more like heart bent.
She always comes up with the best things. It's almost like she works in PR or something.
Kitty?
Roy?
Awkward.
Fuck no. I mean, why can't Ted do it? I mean, I'd love to.
I really appreciate that he gets there without needing it explained to him.
Fuck.
I had that.
Growth. Ooh! There was a moment. Yep, he's doing it for Keeley. Always doing it for Keeley. But yes, we've had good growth from him. He doesn't need to be told anymore. He gets there eventually.
Delivery for Mr. Shelby?
It's Shelley.
He said it was fine, as long as I brought him back something with a West Ham logo on it.
I think they can manage.
That's better. Get up here.
Mate, you are adorable when you're just being yourself. See? He's sweet and adorable. No! Get out of here, Palpatine! Get out!
Rupert, this is Jade, my girlfriend.
He sounds so proud.
It's worthwhile to meet you.
Hoo! Hoo! Hoo!
It's actually short for Jaded. My mother named me after her favourite aunt, but I don't care.
Yeah, Jade, if this young man wasn't so brilliant, I'd say that you were out of his league.
She is so unimpressed right now. I love her so much.
Which is why it's his favourite place, I would say.
You snob.
Don't screw this up.
I hate you, Rupert. I hate you. Just...
He seems very wealthy.
No, he is. He's actually really decent.
No, he's not. Oh, Jade is unimpressed. Jade is unimpressed. I love Jade for being unimpressed. Ah.
I asked Roy to fill in.
Ah, that explains it.
How bad did it go?
That is not what I said, Gary.
Have you quote right here?
Wait, hang on. Did Roy pawn it off on Beard?
Joe Walsh is a better guitarist than Jimmy Page.
That's what you
Oh
said.
my God. Oh, Beard.
Jimmy Page is a fucking court stenographer on Adderall. It's not a competition, man. It's art, you fucking Neanderthal.
Oh my God. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Stairway to Heaven is a glorified fingering exercise, and you all know it.
Able to be here.
In your opinion, who's the greatest classic rock guitarist of all time?
Oh my God. Oh my God, they're not letting this go. Oh my God.
Roy not doing press is just Roy being Roy.
Oh, yes, well, I am
But he agreed to
of
it.
Roy being Roy. So it's time for Rebecca to be Rebecca.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
Oh, look at her go. Look at her go.
You're a lot of woman.
Oh, well, I tried.
And that goes for all of you.
Oi! Kent!
Oi! Tar!
Get your hairy ass into my office now!
Every single one of you knows my ass isn't hairy, yet none of you spoke up. And I will never forgive you.
Oh my God.
Now, she was talking about Rashard's butt.
Rashard is the butt of the jokes this episode. Oh, what's our t-shirt? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I sense a friendly conversation. I sense a mentorship moment.
Isaac knows.
The Ted's son is failing science. Scandal. How did he react?
Tread, Crim Independent, I love you so much.
Once I was out with my mum, I never looked back.
Give him a minute.
Thanks, Trent.
I love this friendship. I love the friendships that Ted Lasso gives us. As much as I love the actual ships. I love the friendships.
What the fuck is your problem?
Oh, wait, I know this one. You are!
Okay, sorry. I didn't realise it was a big deal.
Roy!
Is that the plan for the rest of your life? You're just going to walk away from everything the second it isn't fun or easy.
Hard truths. Here we go.
You're just so convinced that you don't deserve anything good in your life that you'd rather eat a bowl of shit soup and then complain about the portions. Get out of your own way, man. Just fucking ponderous.
Is that all?
For now.
For now! Hey, you gave her hard truths about her relationship once. She gets to give it back. Oh, yes, Rebecca is the friend this season. She is the bestest friend of all time. God, I love her so much. Ah. Oh God, Rupert, I swear if you come in here and sabotage his relationship, I hear evil music. Evil music! Palpatine. He's got a plotting look on his face.
So lovely to meet Kate.
You asshole.
Nothing better than the love of a woman.
You disgusting asshole. You absolute waste of space, Rupert. You are not worth the oxygen you breathe.
After the match, let's go for a drink. If you're up for it.
No.
Shall I invite Jade?
No, I was thinking it's just the two of us. A guy's night.
Yes, so I can exert my influence.
The way Richmond are playing, a more accurate description would be yellow hot.
These two are a beautiful mainstay of this series.
We're so full we run out of pint glasses.
Yay!
Bottoms up.
Can't taste better.
Classing up the joint.
She's saying that she's in Argentina.
Oh.
For the next couple of months.
Ouch.
Classy.
Her handshake was way too firm. You know, I get it, you're friendly.
Even when he's trying to be rude, he's too sweet.
Go get him, Captain. Isaac.
Uh-oh. Is this gonna translate to tension on the field? Isaac! I'm trying to go the Trent Krim independent way of giving him time, but Isaac?
McAdoo lost concentration there.
Come on, Macadoodle-doo.
Fucking numpty!
Whoa! Uncalled for. Is this guy gonna go, this ass in the crowd gonna go after Colin, then Isaac is gonna lose it at him?
Around the area. Rojas is in!
Yeah! You were doing so well. I'm so proud of you guys.
You're absolutely rubbish!
Eject this guy. Kick him out. Kick him out.
Do something!
Shut your mouth.
You're all playing like a bunch of fucking...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yep. We did see Sam as captain in the trailer. I was wondering how that would happen.
Get the fuck out of here!
Thank you. Get him out. Yeah. Yeah, he took that personally.
Isaac, what the hell happened?
Oh.
I heard it. He said the F word.
Fuck. The other
No,
F word.
The other F word.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I love how he responds to that with pork.
If it helps, the fan has been removed.
Good.
And I apologise for my dad. Sorry, not the time for jokes.
We appreciate you trying, Higgins.
Yeah, Isaac, come on, man. There's nothing we haven't had before.
You guys don't understand. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just pooper. Ignore it.
It's just pooper.
I don't want to fucking ignore it!
Isaac.
We shouldn't have to deal with this shit!
Isaac! He's responding in his own way. Oh, that was spectacular.
So there are probably more people in this room who were gay.
Oh, we held on Van Damme there for a moment. Has Van Damme been overcompensating?
All Isaac needs now is our support.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
Isaac's not gay.
Colin?
But I do know isn't what you're really angry about. You've got to go deal with that.
A moment of emotional intelligence from Roy.
Or you're going to fuck up whatever it is you actually do care about.
Oh, character growth.
He's right, you know.
Will!
The little things we get mad about are like snowflakes on a mountain. And if we wait too long, then we're just one sneeze away from an avalanche that will kill us all.
Thank you, Will.
Now get out.
Problems? They're like mushrooms, yeah? The longer you leave them in the dark, the bigger they get.
So we cool?
Of course.
Yay!
But we don't care, right, guys?
Yay!
Colin, we do care, you know?
But in the best way.
But I should have cared. I should have been at his house both them years.
Yeah.
While his garbage-ass team wins back-to-back Super Bowls.
Coach, did you just compare being gay to being a Denver Broncos fan?
You know what? I did, and I regret it. Yeah, sorry about that.
We acknowledge the mistake.
Fuck a Denver Broncos.
An American football team.
It's an absolute fumble in this situation.
Fumble!
We don't not care.
There we go. We got there at the end.
But hey, from now on, you don't have to go through it all by yourself.
There we go. The Lasso way!
What do we do differently?
Absolutely nothing!
We love team cohesion.
I'm honored to be your captain. You know, I love you guys so very much.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Jamie's still Jamie. He's grown, but he's still Jamie. In the best way.
Best way being the entire team confesses that they're gay too, and we get to be on the cover of Oprah's magazine.
He's wearing a Dolly Parton t-shirt. I love Trent Crim Independent. God, the growth. She's being so healthy and supportive. Lean into it, Nate. Lean into the good.
Actually going for a drink with Rupert tonight.
Nate's suit fits him now. It doesn't look like it's too tight anymore. Did they win? Did they win?
Richmond have done it!
Yes! Way to go, Richmond!
Colin Hughes in a man-of-the-match performance.
Well done, Colin. Ugh! Embrace yourself. You are happiest and at your best when you embrace yourself.
In fairness, I wanted to do that a few times myself, Jeff.
Yeah, but you didn't, Clinton, because you're not a psychopath like McAdoo.
Oh, you know what?
That is a line you do not cross.
That doesn't warrant calling him a psychopath, though.
Guy probably deserved it, though, right?
Yes.
I hope his kids shiv him in his sleep. He was a dick to my niece Claire once.
No way!
Not Claire.
Fucking prick!
We back at Bones and Honey? I love that this came back from the Beard-isode.
Hey, Rupert.
Hey!
Oh my god, if he tries to sabotage Nate's relationship. Come on, Nate, see through it, see through it.
So the girls will be joining us tonight.
Mm-hmm. Good for nothing waste of space.
I thought it was a guy's night, Rupert.
This is his idea of a guy's night.
Trust me, it is.
Don't trust him. Don't ever. Yes, Nate, see through it. See through it. Grow, grow.
Let's go, confront the problem, fight, win!
Come on, Nathan.
Actually, Rupert.
Do it.
I'm so sorry. I had to leave. A long story. I wanted to come and tell you in person.
Nathan! Oh. Nathan, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Rupert can go fork himself. Nathan, I am so proud of you.
How you feeling about the win streak, Roy?
No way. Do not come near me with that shit.
Don't jinx it.
My grandparents were happily married for 51 years because they never said a fucking word to each other.
I don't think that's quite how that works.
Press is ready for you, Ted. It's a big one.
That's what that lady from the American office said.
That's what she said. Oh my god.
You gave Ted some talking points.
No, I haven't done that in a long time.
Just let Ted be Ted. Always just let Ted be Ted. Oh! Roy, stepping up. Redeeming himself.
Do you condone what Isaac McAdoo did today?
What a stupid fucking question. I made a joke that statistically, I was probably the real dad. He battered me. Properly.
Jesus.
He and his wife had lost the baby. A month before all that went down.
Oh.
He hadn't told anyone.
Oh.
But they're not just footballers.
They're people.
They're also people.
Yeah.
And none of us know what is going on in each other's lives.
Roy.
Even though it was wrong, I give him love.
Roy!
And as for why he did what he did,
I'm so proud of you.
that's none of my fucking business.
Yes! Roy! Yes!
Let's talk about Colin Hughes. Yeah, he's a hell of a player and a great man.
Yes!
I think we've underused him.
Yes!
I prefer you to Old Trent.
Look at this growth. Hey. Nathan.
Hey.
His suit does fit him. He is no longer too big for his britches. He's growing.
Emotion lane.
Nathan! Yay! I'm so proud of you, Nate. Oh, here we go. Is this Isaac? Is this Yep. More growth. Give me more character growth. Give me all the character growth.
You lied to me.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah.
What is it about me that made you think you couldn't tell me?
Yeah.
I was 99% sure that you'd support me. The 1% chance that you wouldn't, you scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
I don't know how you did it. Can't keep a secret for shit.
Another reason I didn't tell you. And the second you find out, I didn't last a month.
At least Isaac can acknowledge it.
The team knows.
That's all that matters
enough.
to him. Yeah.
And no one's gonna say shit. I promise.
Hey, no, you don't get to leave now.
Yeah, right.
There we go. There we go. Yay. Yay.
Would you ever shag a woman?
No, I'm gay. 1967, Raquel Welch.
My man. Who's the fittest guy on the team?
I won't tell you, and you'd never guess.
Bumbercatch.
Yes. Bumbercatch, did you make this?
Yeah, man. Knitting soothes me.
What about team showers?
I keep my head down and I think of global warming.
Yeah, but if I had to shower with a bunch of girls all the time, I'd defo get bonus.
I love you, boyo. You can't say it, can you?
No, but you know I do, yeah?
Yeah. Yes. No, don't be over. It's over. These episodes are too short, and I know, yeah, this was a short episode. This episode was only 43 minutes. We've had full hour-long episodes this entire season. And it's just made worse by the fact that there are only 3 more left. But yes, we were right. We were all collectively correct that Colin needed some time to process and that he just was hurt that his friend didn't trust him. And you know what I kept thinking during his whole scene of when he just went ballistic and then when Roy started talking, something my godfather said to me, and this is a piece of advice that I have carried with me for years, and I always try to come back to this in my everyday life and online, because the reality of being a presence online is there are trolls and there are negative comments. I have to say overwhelmingly positive comments, and I will take this moment really quickly just to say thank you to everyone who has been so incredibly supportive. And 9 times out of 10, the comments on my videos and the feedback from you guys is so wonderful and overwhelmingly positive. Every once in a while it's not. But one thing that my godfather told me is the way that people respond to things tells you more about them than it does about you. And it tells you where they are mentally. Not even necessarily about them as people. It doesn't necessarily mean just because someone says a mean thing that they're a mean person, but if somebody responds angrily to something, it tells you where their headspace is. They could be dealing with something you don't understand. Something could have happened an hour before that you don't know that has them on edge, and they have a disproportionate response to what happened. I had that happen to me recently. I lashed out at someone who didn't deserve it because it triggered something that I was dealing with. Had nothing to do with them, but it was something that I was struggling with, and that's what my response was. And it had more to do with how I was feeling and what I was experiencing than what this person did. And so I think that is an incredibly valuable life lesson, and one that I'm glad Ted Lasso addressed and that they talked about and acknowledged. And especially that it came from Roy in a moment of beautiful character growth and emotional awareness. Good for you, Roy. That people's responses to things are often more about them than they are about you, and we don't know. We don't know what anyone else is dealing with. We don't know what the person who left a mean comment is dealing with. They may literally just be having a really bad day. So I think that's an incredibly valuable lesson, and one that I personally relate to, and I'm really, really glad that we addressed it, on top of the fact that I'm just glad that Colin is now out to the team and how supportive they were. And I appreciate Ted's moment of acknowledging that it's not enough to not care. And there are a lot of circumstances where that matters. It's not just about someone's sexuality. It's not just about the team that someone supports. There are so many areas of life that it's important to not just not care. And I think that was really well put, and I appreciate the message, and I appreciate what they did and how they handled it. And I thought it was beautifully done for what it was. So I really, really appreciate that. I love, love, love Trent Crimm independent. I think having him on for this season is one of the best decisions they've made. He's been such a fun fan favorite character up to this point, but bringing him back in this capacity, having him around constantly to be the mentor for Isaac, to be a new part of the Diamond Dogs, to be a support, but as another way to show his growth. Like, Trent Crimm independent has grown so much in the last 3 seasons. My goodness, from when we first met him as the jaded, pessimistic sort of person that he was at the beginning to where he is now is so beautiful to watch and so much fun to watch. And I really enjoyed that. And I really, really enjoyed the way that they included him in Colin's storyline and in this season. I think it was beautifully done. I love Jamie again. Like, he didn't have a huge role this episode, but I love again that we still see Jamie. Jamie is still him. Jamie is still a cocky bastard, but he does it right. He now knows when it's appropriate, when it's not. He knows how to make the jokes, how to rib his teammates without it being a negative, without it being an attack. He has learned what's appropriate, what's fun, and what's not, where the line is. And that's just in the small moments this episode. It doesn't always have to be the big dramatic moment it was in the last episode. I think those tiny little moments are sometimes more important, and that's something that this show does really well. I love going back and watching old episodes because you see all the tiny little bits that contribute to these characters and show you who these characters are. So I really appreciated that. I guess we're not seeing Jack again. I guess Jack is ghosting poor Keely, who can't get... My God, poor Keely just can't get like a hard line of a breakup between Roy and Jack, and she deserves so much. And my one complaint, and this, it's not so much that these characters have been included, it just kind of feels clunky, is we had Zava for a couple episodes and then he disappeared. We've had Jack for a couple episodes and then she disappears. Like, I get that they served a purpose to the story and they helped us with certain lessons in those moments, but they do feel a little bit clunky in their inclusion. Shandy even. We haven't seen Shandy back yet, so I'm really curious if in these last few episodes we have some sort of tie-in for those characters, because otherwise they do feel a little bit just like they were stuck in, they existed for a purpose and then they left. Like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit clunky to me. So I'm curious to see if we do get any more sort of tie-in with those. That's just my one nitpick, I guess, that I would say about those interactions. Rebecca is the GOAT of all Friends. She is the MVP of Friends this season, and I am so, so happy. I love any moment with her and Keeley. I love the friendships. I love the friendships on this show so much. Not just Rebecca and Keeley, but Rebecca and Ted, Beard and Roy and Higgins, and just, I love the dynamic of friendships on this show and the importance of friendships and the value of friendships and just how meaningful they are beyond romantic relationships. That on television, not all relationships have to be romantic. They don't have to end there. People can be friends. They can have strong, beautiful, valuable friendships, and those are wonderful. And I stand by those and I appreciate those. And I really, really, really enjoyed that final scene with Colin and Isaac. I'm glad we got the moments of them as friends, just bonding over a video game and asking genuine questions and being able to laugh about it and treating it as something that is just now part of the new normal and something that they can get behind and support and enjoy. And I loved those moments. I absolutely loved them. So for that reason, whatever nitpicks I may have, I really, really loved this episode because there was just so much growth, just so much character growth. And Roy Kent, I was annoyed at you. I was annoyed at you because that was a dick move. There's no excusing that. I don't care if you didn't think it was that important. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. You don't pawn it off. I don't like that. I really, that was a bad moment. That was a bad Roy Kent moment. And God bless Rebecca for stepping up and acknowledging it. But I appreciate that we saw him grow. And I appreciate that not only did he take the opportunity to redeem himself, but he did it in the best way. And he showed what he's capable of. He showed that he is capable of that maturity and that emotional growth and awareness. And I think that's something he didn't have before. And why he struggled in his relationship with Keeley. Because immediately, now that I think about it, that final scene with Roy and Keeley in season 2, when she said, I can't go on this vacation with you, but I'll see you when you get back, he immediately went to, are we breaking up? And she said, no, of course not. Because that thought never crossed her mind, because her rejecting his gift, that's not a deal breaker. That's not her saying, I reject you. That's just, I can't do this right now. And I thought that we were mature enough to handle that. And so I think that really, really was sort of the first moment of him jumping to that conclusion and automatically assuming the worst. And as Rebecca said, just quitting before he even had a chance. And so I like that we're seeing the growth from that. I don't know where it's going to end, but I think this is a really great moment of growth for him and kind of laying the foundation of he has it in him to be a head coach, because that's something the head coach has to deal with. He has to manage his players. He has to be able to talk to his players. He has to be able to manage the press. It's not just, can you teach someone to be better at football? It's, can you handle all of it? And so I don't know if that's setting up him to be head coach. I don't know. But it's nice to see him stepping up and us now seeing that he has the capacity for it. And then there is Nathan. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Nate, for seeing through Rupert's bullshit. It took him a minute to get there, but he did it. Rupert, you absolute waste of space. I will also wear red to your funeral. I am up there with Sassy. We are all wearing red to Rupert's funeral. Jesus Christ. But I do think that Jade is a positive influence on him. And I think she's something that Ted couldn't be, because she's an outside piece of the equation. She's not someone that Ted has looked up to as a father, because that's obviously something we've addressed, that Nate has, I'm going to call them daddy issues, but Nate has issues with his dad. He's never felt validated by his father, and so he looks to people like Ted. He looks to people like Rupert to validate him. And it's not until an external person came in, someone like Jade in a completely different capacity, comes in and shows him his value, but also makes him see that his successes come when he is being him, not when he's trying to emulate anyone else, not when he's listening to anyone else, when he is just genuinely himself, that's when he does well. And so I think Jade has been a really, really good influence this season. I love how unimpressed she was by Rupert, and he could tell. That's why he tried to sabotage it. He could tell he wanted Nate with someone he could control, because Rupert is a disgusting control freak. But I love that Nate saw through it, and I love that Nate's suits fit him. He is no longer too big for his britches. He is growing and he is learning, and it's nice. It's really, really nice. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the callbacks to season 1. There were several in this episode, and the show continues to be a joy. I think, again, there are things that I could nitpick, but the spirit of this show is there. No matter what, Ted Lasso is Ted Lasso. It is the pure, wholesome, positive Lasso way. Beautiful experience of a show that we all know and love. And no matter what, its spirit is there, its soul is there, it will continue to be there, and that's what matters. So, 3 episodes left. Only 3. I'm very sad. I'm very, very sad. But I think they're going to finish strong. I hope they finish strong. I think it's going to be good. We are heading in the right direction. And I'm curious to see if Sam remains captain, because Isaac got red carded. He was out of the game. I don't think that means he's out, like prohibited from playing again. So I'm curious if the captain band goes back to him or if Sam remains captain. It'll be interesting. We'll see. But anyway, I think that's about all I have for this episode. If I think of anything else, I'll address it at the top of the next episode. But for now, that's it. So as always, please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this episode and the rest of the season. Redder is better, so hit what may or may not be a big red subscribe button, depending on your browser. Check me out on Patreon for the full-length version of this reaction, as well as all of my other content, and Twitter and Instagram for other ways to follow. On that note, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.